Have you ever sat down and played Paper Mario for the N64 and thought,
why can't I have another Paper Mario game just like this, except maybe in the form of a ROM hack that someone uploaded on itch.io in their spare time, perhaps?
well, simmer down, son, and look no further. Because a new complete mod is here that manages to be like the Paper Mario 64 sequel we never got to have, with a brand new story, new world map, new star pieces, bosses, partners, and all. Paper Mario Star Nova.
Help! Help!
Sorry, that's the TV commercial from the 90s.
Mario's back in a new adventure!
Help!
Oh God, they're gonna put teeth in the paper shredder.
Roll my intro, this is stupid.
There is something about the very first Paper Mario game that is so pure, so contained, and so enduring, even compared to its insane meta genre-bending sequels. The first game has this honest and childlike innocence to its world building, while still managing to be fun and absolutely weird despite its softness. So it's no surprise that a ton of Mario fans would find it freaking magical to see a new installment just like this game, which is where the ROM hack Star Nova comes in. Also, shout out to my boy Bio Zemanad for recommending this one to me. How the hell did I not know this game existed? I'm so out of the loop with cool Mario ROM hacks. I used to keep up with this shit. Star Nova starts out with Mario and Luigi fighting Bowser on an airship, when just like the intro of the original game, he fails the battle and ends up falling from the sky into an unknown world below. He wakes up in a brand new place called Stellaria, which is very reminiscent of Star Haven. It's a cosmic dreamlike place with an infinite starry sky, cute little glowing trees, and ethereal cozy vibes all around. Dude, if I was in this place in real life and this little star was talking to me, I would pass the fuck out. This place is way too sleepy. I'd be sleeping on the floor. Jordan goes to sleep on the floor. The first partner you meet on this journey is Solon, a little guy with spiritual sun powers, and he looks like a Skittle. The game has this main hub town called Starport, and starting here, it's already amazing to see how much effort Nicktoon has put in to make this game feel not like a mod, but like a whole new full-scale journey. In the town, we find cute wooden star-shaped buildings, a local bar called Celestial Night, and also a tall, dark tower that you can see in the distance from this lookout point. And as I stood there, I beheld the dark cylindrical tower on the horizon, which stretched into the void-born sky like a forsaken shadow. When Mario finally gets to the tower, he starts praying. This is spiritual for him. This is church, even. Thanks to Paper Mario, we now understand Mario religion. The tower ends up telling us where to go on our journey as we get swept up into a quest to rescue the stolen sun artifacts, which are broken pieces of a sacred sunstone that the people of Stellaria rely upon to power the Astral Tower. But there's so much exposition in this game I get kinda lost. In Chapter 1, we leave town and jump across these floating sleepy stars, making me feel even sleepier than I did before. Asleep on the floor. And you have to enter this astral cave nearby where we find the first boss. Neppy Nut. I know that's not how you pronounce it. I'm not gonna look it up right now. The beloved Yoshi's Island enemy, big blue watery mouth dude, great guy. Once you beat Neppy Nut and get back to the town with your sun nugget, Mario prays again and the tower tells him to head straight for the woods. Also, man, look at this world map. This is so magical and cute, just like the first game. Like, what's over there? What's over there? What's... Feudal Japan. The second chapter in the forest gives us a new partner, Chompy, who goes woof, but then it like actually translates what he's saying when he barks, and he seems to be an alright bloke. Also, something really cool you start to notice in the forest is just how ambitious some of the perspectives and shifting camera angles get in this game, especially when climbing up long, winding platforms. It is a built-in Paper Mario function, but I like how they fleshed out its use here. So Chompy functions just like our OG pal Cooper in terms of abilities, but there are totally new attacks learned in this game too. Like, instead of just sliding into enemies as a Koopa shell, Chompy can be thrown to bounce off the heads of all enemies in sight. And these new attacks get cooler with new partners later on.
Woof.
The forest we're inside is called Mamonti Woods, a place where Mario starts to lose track of his memory. This plot point doesn't evolve much beyond that, but hey, deep in the woods, there's a town full of wooden tree guys. Yeah, those blunks. They're not called Blunks, I'm just calling them Blunks because I want to. The mayor of Blunktown is suffering from a horrible illness, and in order to find the cure that will heal him, you have to get lost in the canopies of the woods to hunt down and fight a giant wiggler, then jumping on each part of his body to disable his defenses and steal the flower from his head. Ugh, why did you do this to poor Wiggler? Because I can. But the main boss of this area comes later in the form of King Montagny, a Monty Mole with a crown, and oh my god, I just love his sprite so much. This feels like it could have actually come from the original Paper Mario. Whoever made the sprites did a great job emulating the style. This is cute. So beating King Montagny and saving Mayor Blunk of the Blunks takes us on to Chapter 3, which takes place in a large desert, Navajo Canyon, which seems to have an indigenous, Navajo-inspired name? But when we get to the desert, it has a lot more Mexico-related themes, including our new partner, who is
A Mexican shy guy named Sombrero?
I will say aside from this character is at least portrayed very positively. You get to actually play as him at one point, and he's the town sheriff in the desert and has his own independent motivations to save his family from an impending doom. As for the area itself, the game manages to make this desert feel huge without ripping off the layout of Dry Desert from the original. It has its own unpredictable twists and turns. Whoa, what is this? Is this Ice Ghost villain? Is this the main villain? What's her name? Is it Freezy Sneezy Frostina? Ookie Spooky Icicle Susan? Oh, I guess her name is Pipicia. Good for you with your weird-ass name. Towards the end of the chapter, you have to navigate Pipicia's icy castle. And, this music loop. This is psychosis-inducing. Why was this track picked for the level? It's like the same 3-second loop over and over forever. Dismember me. So you overcome the halls of the Ice Palace to defeat Pipicia, who it turns out is not the villain, but actually her magic wand scepter thing is. Evil stick? I won't question this, I just need to leave this chapter before the castle music comes back. You then end up in, who could have guessed, feudal Japanland for Chapter 4. In eldritch days of yore. Thoroughfares didst lead to grand sojourns betwixt points. They didst devise a system you clept pipes, in quotations, wooden and hollowed paths that didst promised swifter passage to diverse locales. Also, this warning goes without saying, but I will keep spoiling the game from here on out. It seemed fun to talk about every chapter, so you've been warned, onwards I go. Chapter 4 takes place in the Sakura Mountains, a pretty eventful and ambitious part of the game that first takes us along the heights and caves of feudal Japanland. Not the smiley flowers that are secretly hostile. Oh my god, no, stop. No, don't put me to sleep. Sleeping on the floor, Jordan is back. Damn you, smiley flowers. Wait. What do they do with me once they have me asleep? What are your sick intentions? In the Sakura Mountains, we also meet our new partner, Ripperino, an undead pair of bones from the underworld who doesn't join our party, but haunts our party. We then meet an old Koopa martial arts master who teaches us great wisdoms, leading to the main portion of this chapter, a big ancient fortress used for tournaments with this gigantic front door area that is so rad, it makes me feel shocked we're still inside a ROM hack. From here, Chapter 4 manages to almost perfectly recreate an N64 version of the Glitz Pit from the Thousand Year Door. You know, that chapter where Mario has to sign up to join a pro wrestling federation and compete in battles. It's exactly like that in the most charming way. But then you find out the tournament has been hijacked by the ninjas. Then Mario's like, I'll exterminate them. Die. Oh, I forgot to mention, Junior Troopa is in this game too. I thought he would have outgrown the egg by now, but I guess he just exists as a yolk. And with Chapter 4 over, it's time to head back to the Astral Tower. But wait. Whoa. Oh no! It's Cosmonar! I totally know who that is. Good night, Mario. Cosmonar says, suddenly trapping us in a dark void, where his disembodied voice talks to us every time we try to move. The Star Nova has happened. Mario's like, can you stop interrupting me? I'm trying to walk out of here. Did you reflect what other beings may think? Did you reflect what places you have been to?
Did you?
Reflect. I want to get out of here. If you are being harmed for reasons you cannot change, or is it your fault?
Access denied.
After this, we're confronted with Dark Mario, a manifestation of Mario's deepest inner demons, insecurities, and many crimes he's committed. Somehow he just defeats his shadow, and then we end up, finally, in Chapter 5, my favorite section of the game. An ancient isolated place in the far corner of the world map called Mushroomia. I love the strange colors of this place, the wonky textures, the giant mushrooms, and the tall curled up plant thingies. And we find a Magic Koopa witch living in a little reclusive house who turns out to be the sister of Kammy Koopa from the OG game. Her name is Tammy Koopa, or in full, Lunara Tamara Koopa, and unlike Kammy, she's a good person, so she joins your party. Which is sick, because now with Lunara you can do this. In the far east of the Mushroomia maps, Mario also comes across a mysterious house of cards, where the game crashed on me incessantly. It crashed on me so many times I actually thought I might not finish the game. But then I had this idea to just kind of run really quickly through the house of cards without grabbing any items or saving, hurrying as fast as I could to a non-crashy area, hopefully. And then it stopped crashing, so woo, I'm smart! The House of Cards is inhabited by the Phanto from Super Mario Bros. 2. And not gonna lie, he's one of my fave Mario things ever, and I just wish we were being terrified of him while he chases us in the dark like it's the good old days. There's a really cute cutscene of all the characters in our party sitting around a fire in Mushroomia, just before the end of the game starts to unfold, as they all reminisce about how far they've come and all the things they've witnessed. In the connecting sections of this game, there are also brief cutscenes of the Star Spirits from the first game. Except long ago when they were only little baby stars. In this game, it turns out there was an 8th star spirit all along, Kazi, who we now know as Cosmazar. Kazi seemed to develop a belief system that life was pointless, without any meaning. He did have a warm brotherly relationship with Muscular, but the big brother couldn't save him from turning out different, and now... Well, hold on, we're almost at the final boss. We make a big return to the Mushroom Kingdom from here, only to find out that it has turned into the Koopa Kingdom, now all covered in lava. Waiting for us to battle is a new version of Bowser, who has apparently been sitting in a hot tub so long, he's turned into... Infernauser! No, for real, that's what he's called in this fight. But of course the real final boss is Cosmazar, who you can access by finally putting the Sunstone together, which will cause the Astral Tower to transport you up to the area where Kazi plans to create a star nova to destroy and renew the universe, in hopes that he can be reborn and stop suffering with his chronic existential crisis. Give this boy some antipsychotics. I got some Depakote left over in my bathroom cabinet, I think. At the end, it seems Cosmazar's plan either fails or works. I can't fully tell what happens. But he merges with Solon the Skittle, and I guess Solon had a destiny all along to become part of the Star Nova. All I know is whatever happened, what we see at the very end seems identical to the very first Paper Mario, where Mario and Peach watched fireworks over the horizon. So is this a prequel all along? An alternate universe tale where everyone died and got reborn like it never happened? You close your eyes, take a breath, and you're another Mario. Hopefully not a grotesquely mutated or rearranged Mario, but at least you're still another Mario regardless. Anyway, thanks for making this, NickTube. Was cute.
My hunger for another Paper Mario game just like this has been satiated.
Hey everybody, thank you for watching another video, and welcome back to the end screen. It's just static, I don't know. I wanted to thank my top Patreon supporters right now. The Tinfoil Hatter, Jacinta G, Miss Anthrobeast, Ravy, Nix Noxious, Breezy Machina, Sunny Grim, Adventure Ted, Lou V, Dr. Shaky Jones, Goneko, Talon Creations, WanderGirl108, my highest all-time pledge supporter, Tree and Necroromancer, who both helped a ton with this video, Rocket Rifter, Brandon Mysek, Xantippy Pink, Blink99, Mega Nature, Naglfar Dreams, Jerome Sankara, Caliburn, A Large Moth, J. Andy Wise, Iranor, Nader Kicks, Dave Gertz, Sly Blue, Lux Alpaca, and Dido.